We'll be calling you a radical. We got heartbreaking news, which we knew it was coming, but as this country's in denial and doesn't give a fuck. It's disgusting. The state of Utah makes me want to fucking puke. The nuclear propaganda pieces of shit in this state. So as you know, we have a major AML leukemia outbreak in Utah. I'm not talking juvenile leukemia. I'm talking AML. Our little 4-year-old has passed away. When a 4-year-old passes away of AML leukemia, AML, 4. I've been involved with thousands, literally thousands of AML leukemia victims. This is the youngest one I've ever known. We have an outbreak. We have HIPAA laws, and the feds have, doctors can't talk, nurses can't talk. The nurses are talking, they're pissed. So here's the problem. In the state of Utah, they changed the law on obituaries. You don't have to list the cause of death. Oh, it's nobody's business you've been sold a bill of goods when it's everybody's business. Now, her parents put her cause in there. I mean, she made a difference in me, in fact. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm almost numb on so much of this. This one really... such an emotional, heartbreaking thing that I'm involved with. I've experienced more death in the last post-Fukushima area than probably, my whole life with this than most people have in 1,000 lifetimes. Because that's what I do. I'm the guy that compiles this data. My only tool is obituaries anymore because they won't talk. Everybody holds a line and they just changed the law. I mean, I have a friend who died of AML leukemia, big tough guy, blah, blah, blah. I've never seen such a weakling fight. Oh, this girl fought, boy. She fought to the bitter end. Her parents never gave up. Nobody gave up. I mean, she went to Johns Hopkins. They threw the kitchen sink or then some at her. For a child to get AML leukemia is absolutely unheard of. I mean, I remember when I was in the bone marrow transplant center, we had one named Molly from here. She was 8. It's a killer from hell. It's a death sentence. This little girl got it when she was 3 years old. Born in 2013. We know there was a major epidemic. I could prove it. The LDS bone marrow transplant. I was in there, remember? I was AML leukemia, given a death sentence. I mean, I watched so many people pass of this, our whole group, So Primary Children's has an epidemic here in Utah. And how do I know that? Because I'm involved with so many nurses and so many foundations. And I participate in this place, and they're like, Kevin, come here. I'm not supposed to tell you, but Kevin, come here. I'm not supposed to tell you. I mean, I'm involved with nurses and doctors every day. Remember, I had open heart surgery vest here. Gallbladder. I mean, the girl that did the ultrasound, gallbladder, grew up with this child's mother. I mean, so the propaganda machine's going to go in earnest tonight with Leslie Stahl, the new Madame Curie. The nuclear propaganda machine's out in force right now, in a big, epic way. You should see Shellberg out there grandstanding about Taiwan when Taiwan voted to not let the Fukushima food back in. I mean, they're in Fukushima, Japan. The monkey study's out, talking about, and by the way, it has to be China to report it, not the United States, not Japan. China has to report the Fukushima monkey study, and it comes right out and says the babies are born with smaller heads, they're all mutated, the blood cells in the bone marrow, it's there. Fukushima's a death sentence. Fukushima has killed literally millions of people in North America. And they're going to sit and say, oh, no, I watched the 60 Minutes one in Australia. Oh, my God, it's beyond criminal. I want to say this to everybody who participates in this. You're evil. You're beyond evil. You're beyond evil. I mean, beyond Madame Curie. I used to call you Madame Curie. You're satanic. The producers, the propagandists, the people that participate, the nuclear PR machine, which are own money. And they've already come out and says they're going to freaking up the ante, on their propaganda machine. You're fucking evil. 60 Minutes, you want to play this game? Chernobyl, I know for a fact. Go to Vienna and talk your shit. Go to Austria and talk your shit, 60 Minutes. Go there. You know, where the UN manipulated the Chernobyl study. I got run out of Geneva. I'm kicked out of Geneva for, you know, inside there, protesting. The permanent protest that's there. It killed... Chernobyl was a freaking nightmare. How about Santa Susana? How about Mayak? Fukushima is all those combined time billions. Just remember, the Pacific Ocean just collapses. That's just coincidence. The marine life collapses, but you know, on the smoking gun, it's the salmon. Is the children getting it? The smoking gun's the children getting AML leukemia. Tide pools are dead. Salmon collapse. You know, fires all over. The heat ball. I mean, it's all just coincidence. How about longevity headed the other way in 2012? We have an open heart surgery. We have organ transplants. I talked to a guy who had an aortic valve replacement up through his groin. Big, fat, old freaking dude. Terrible shape. He said he drove home the next day. That's the kind of medical breakthroughs we have. Yet we're not living longer. We're living less. Starting in 2012. Oh, it's all coincidence. This is the smoking gun. When children are getting AML leukemia, you know, her life mattered. It affected me dramatically. I'll never forget her life. You know, that fundraiser, I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget that day in there. You know, this doesn't wake people up. I don't know what does. You know, when little kids are dying of adult, I mean, AML should never happen in a child, ever. Wow. Wow, 4-year-old. And I know for a fact, I'm headed over to the hospital to talk to some people that I'm involved with right now. Get my blood drawn. Like the monkeys. My heart is broken for all these people that have lost their lives. You know, my life goes on. You know, I'll fight for them. You know, 60 Minutes, the rest of all you propagandists, everybody that promotes this evil monster, you can all rot in hell. You know, the governor of the state of Utah, Mike Lee's father, both died of this disease. They don't care. You know, it's nobody's business. It's everybody's business. It's everybody's business. My only tool is a research PhD. My only tool I have left anymore is talking to people and networking. But I got leukemia, so I'm in the circle. I know more than anybody in the freaking state by far. I know more than anybody, period, because I'm in this community, because I have the disease. I don't eat, sleep, drink it. I live with it. You know, I was given a death sentence 7 years ago with AML leukemia, and anybody that knows anything about this disease knows how horrific it is. And this little girl, she never gave up. I mean, it says a lot. She fought and fought and fought and fought, you know. Wow. Heartbreaking. Fight goes on, you know. The angels that passed in front of me, that's who I fight for. Carla, Paul, Tracy, Judy, so many from right here. You know, I've been involved with so many people. Molly, little Courtney. They're with the angels now. The fight goes on. The angels that passed in front of me. You're no match for me, because they're the ones that watch out over me. You want to put that karma on yourself? Go ahead. Go ahead. Heartbreaking. Stay tuned.